Fellow recently announced the launch of the Espresso Series 1 espresso machine, and I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to change the home espresso world for the better, but there are a few things that I would watch out for as well. Fellow says that this is a machine to bring commercial quality espresso to the home in an affordable and approachable way. The first thing that struck me, beside the design of course, was the price point. Right now, the pre-order price is $1,300, and the full retail price when the pre-order is over is $1,600. And with this espresso machine, Fellow is promising to offer more for less compared to other machines that are on the market right now. So let's talk about the features. Overall, I think what you get is really impressive. The heart of the Espresso Series 1 espresso machine is what's called the boosted boiler. Now that is proprietary language for Fellow. It's a technology that they've developed, and it's a 3-stage boiler system. The first stage is a thermal block that preheats the water before it gets into the boiler. And then of course the boiler, which is 225 milliliters, that's about 8 ounces. And then into the group head, which is also heated, and that offers thermal stability. According to Fellow, this espresso machine is ready to brew in just 2 minutes thanks to the boosted boiler system. So I think this is super impressive. My main thought right off the bat though is the boiler is small, and at 8 ounces, if you were doing back-to-back drinks and you're steaming milk or you're making Americanos, you could deplete that boiler very quickly. So that would be something that I would want to test and something that I would be cautious of or think about if I were looking for a machine like this. The water tank that feeds the boiler is 2 liters. That's pretty standard for home espresso machines. And at this time, there's no direct plumb option. From a brewing standpoint, this machine offers fully customizable pressure profiling from start to finish, and you can save those profiles so that you can have repeat shots. The Espresso Series 1 has a 2-part user interface. The first part is the 3 keys on top, which is for brewing, steaming, and hot water. That's super simple. I really like the way that that's laid out. Then there is the familiar Fellow circle screen and dial, which is for all the programming and customization that you might want to do. According to Fellow, there is an app that goes with this espresso machine that allows you to do all the same things that you would do through the dial. There is a companion smartphone app that you can use to do all your programming instead of using the user interface on the machine itself. Now, I haven't had my hands on this machine, and I'm generally skeptical of apps that go with things like this. I see them as a solution to a problem that could be solved just by making the user interface and experience better on the machine itself. And I'm curious if I'm alone in that opinion. I have other coffee equipment that have apps. I almost never use them. There are features like preset espresso profiles for different roast levels. I think that can be cool, but I think that coffees are nuanced as well. And so there are more variables beyond roast level that it can affect how a coffee brews. And so just holding for a roast level and having a profile for a roast level may not actually be a helpful solution to someone who is looking to dial in a coffee. So I'll be curious to see how the presets shake out. A cool feature I do like that will be helpful for espresso beginners specifically is feedback on how their shot brewed. So if your shot time is very fast, it might tell you to grind finer, or if it's very slow, might tell you to grind coarser. I'm not sure what other feedback it can give you, but I am curious to check that out. The screen on the machine also will allow you to see the temp that your milk is at in real time as you're steaming. I think that's a pretty cool option. Now, the screen is on one side of the machine and your steam wand is on the other side of the machine, so that might be kind of awkward to monitor. Speaking of steam wands, I love this style of steam wand. It's what I have on my GS3. It's super easy to manipulate and kind of get into the right position so that you are very comfortable while you're steaming milk. There's a temp gauge in the steam wand, so there's an auto shut-off feature so that when you reach the right temperature for your milk, it stops steaming. That's pretty cool. There's also an auto purge feature, which I think is cool. As you know, you need to purge it every time you steam milk, and I think these two features just really speed up your workflow. The build quality is metal and plastic. I think this is pretty standard for a machine at this price point. The one-piece metal outer shell gives this machine a very distinct look. I think it's probably the best looking machine on the market right now. But I do think the plastic build materials are going to be a major concern for people. For one, there's a plastic tip on the steam wand. We have seen that on other machines that have come out as of late, specifically the Linear Mini, but the dispersion block on this machine is plastic as well. Now, that said, this is a specific type of plastic that's supposed to be durable against hot water. It's BPA free, it's PFAS free, but it is plastic nonetheless, and I do think it is gonna raise eyebrows. I'd love to get your sense of comfort on something like this. For me, I'd still brew on it. It's not a huge deal. I'm really pumped that this machine has quality accessories that come with it. It's got a nice milk pitcher, it has a nice tamper, it has an 18-gram basket, which I think is the perfect size for home espresso use, and it comes with the bottomless portafilter. Now, the bottomless portafilter has one of those inserts that turns it into a spouted portafilter, and that's plastic as well. Again, something we've seen from La Marzocco recently, and I'm not sure what others think about it. Again, it's not my favorite thing, but it's also not a non-starter for me. I wish that Fellow would have included a self-leveling spring-loaded tamper as part of this kit. That said, I know that Fellow had to make some decisions about where they were gonna spend their money, where they were gonna save money in order to keep this price point low. And I think ultimately that's the through line for this machine, is quality as good as it gets while finding places to save that ultimately don't affect the espresso. Because let's be real, this machine is not a Lexus, it's more of a Civic Si. It lowers the barrier for a piece of machinery that looks awesome and performs really well, but it's not a luxury item. Would I buy the Espresso Series 1 from Fellow? Absolutely, yes I would, hands down. Not a doubt in my mind. But I'd love to start the conversation and see what you think about it, get some honest opinions of the coffee consumer community. So please leave a comment. Honest feedback is appreciated. And until next time, I'm Rob McGee. Take it easy. Peace.